Hello and thank you for joining Holly and I here at Park House, a spectacular Georgian property set within stunning walled gardens in the heart of the beautiful Cotswold village of Alvescot in Oxfordshire.
Yes, Kerr and I are very excited to be presenting together today at this fine example of a Grade 2 listed property. We're here with Fine & Country and Mercedes-Benz Swindon. There are 6 bedrooms, 6 reception rooms, and I think we can tackle that between us, can't we?
Let's go.
Let's head in. The second you step into this entrance hall, you're transported back to the 17th century when this home was originally built. So we have the beams overhead and the exposed brickwork around the fireplace. And the owners have actually brought this home back to the modern day though with some really tasteful decor.
Yeah, the owners have created some truly stunning and unique interiors, sympathetic to the history. Now this place is spread over 3 floors, so there's a lot for us to see. So shall we take a wing each?
I think I've spotted the kitchen that way, so I'll start over there and I'll meet you later.
Sounds good. Park House has retained all the character and grandeur of its period, but now boasts an impressive and versatile layout which flows perfectly from room to room, ideal for those who love to entertain. The first room we come to off the entrance hall is this lovely, cosy drawing room with its stone fireplace and a lovely big original window overlooking the front garden. Now, I mentioned there was a nice flow to this property, and coming through the side hallway just behind me with stunning stone floors and unique wall panelling, we enter this lovely games room. Now, the great thing about having a second entrance to this home is that you could actually separate this wing of the property off from the rest of the house entirely. It's got its own staircase and there are 2 bedrooms upstairs, as well as this games room, the drawing room and a snug next door. Now this room is really charming, but I do think we probably should have got Holly to do this part of the tour because one of these beams might well take my head off. This is the snug, and there's also a laundry room which is accessed through a secret door in the beams there. And that concludes the tour of this wing of the property. If we head back through this door here, we'll be back in the entrance hall. Wow, this is a lovely bright space.
Yeah, I've been here checking out the extended part of the property while you've been in the guest wing. I've even made us a coffee as well, so help yourself.
Thank you.
Now, starting with the kitchen, the colour scheme might not be to everyone's taste. We've got the green and the purple here, but I personally think it's very trendy and quite quirky as well. And the owners have thought about contrasting the modern with the traditional again. We've got the Belfast sink and the range cooker set into that contemporary cabinetry. And we have this big kitchen island in the middle of the room as well. There's loads of storage, so this truly is a dream farmhouse kitchen. And you can see originally where this room would have ended, but it's now open to this gorgeous family room.
Yeah, I could definitely see myself relaxing here with the French doors opening out to the garden. In fact, speaking of gardens, I think I'll head out there now.
Yeah, I'll see you there later. Now this sky lantern just above us here is doing a beautiful job of opening this space up and letting in lots of natural light, especially on a beautiful summer's day like today. Now just off the family room we have a boot room, a pantry, a WC and of course that access out to the garden here. And then just off this way we have a dining room and you're not going to believe the size of it. from the front outside this property, there's no way that I was expecting a double height vaulted room like this one. I think when you think of Georgian architecture, you think of symmetry and you think of maybe quite boxy rooms, but that is not the case with Park House. This dining room certainly makes an impact, and it is the perfect spot to entertain your guests. One of my favourite features of this room is this galleried landing here, which gives us a glimpse up to the entertainment room, which we'll see later. Now we find ourselves in the sitting room, which can be accessed from the dining room and the kitchen as well. And thanks to it being open plan somewhat, we have light flooding in from either side. There is this original and vast stone fireplace here, still in working order. So how amazing would it be to enjoy a winter's evening with the fire on and a good book sat in this armchair? Now there's another staircase just behind me, the third in the property. Try not to get lost. I'd recommend that you click on the link in the description to take a look at the floor plan. This one here leads up to that entertainment room that we saw above the dining room. The final room on the ground floor is this garden room, and it has to be my favourite feature in the whole property. Maybe just because the sun is shining, but I personally think that this spot is dreamy. It feels like a writer's retreat. You could set up a desk in here and just be inspired by the sounds of nature with the doors open wide in the summer or the sound of the rain in the winter. Now, there are not one, not two, but 3 separate garden areas in this property. Should we go and see which one Kerr has set himself up in? I thought I might find you out here.
Well, it really doesn't get much better than this, does it? Your own home bar to enjoy the sunshine from while you're entertaining your family and friends. Do you know, I'm really struggling to find a reason to leave this property.
Well, I think we might get kicked out eventually. What did you discover outside while I was exploring the rest of inside?
The walled gardens are an absolute delight. There's obviously this really generous terraced courtyard area which can be accessed from both the kitchen cum family room and the dining room. There's loads of different seating areas. Do you know, I reckon there's probably been some serious family gatherings out here over the years. It's ideal for entertaining. Then of course there's also the large gated driveway and double garage, ideal for a luxury electric Mercedes. And to the front of the property there's another seating area, and if you were to make the most of that guest wing, you could dedicate that front lawn to that part of the house. Then of course there's the main lawn area. Shall we head round there?
Let's go and see it. I can't believe just how much space is on offer with this property. We've got this huge lawned area, perfect for a family with small children to run around and play. Plus, it is completely secure and private.
Alvescot is a picture-perfect Cotswold village with a great pub, primary school and sense of community. It's a rural village surrounded by glorious countryside, but just 3 miles from Bampton, 7 miles from Burford and 8 miles from Witney, all with a wide range of amenities and some great school options.
Located around 20 miles from Oxford and 20 miles from Swindon, Alvescot is well placed for commuting.
Now there is one more outside space, but for that we need to head upstairs.
I'm intrigued.
Just off one of the bedrooms, accessed from the entertainment room above the sitting room, is this lovely quiet roof terrace, which I think is the ideal spot to enjoy some late evening sun before you go to bed.
I agree. So we've seen 2 bedrooms at the beginning of the tour with yourself in the guest wing of the property. There's 1 bedroom here with an ensuite and a dressing room that takes us out to this roof terrace. So that must mean there are 3 more to go, and I think they're accessed from the main staircase in the entrance hall. We'd better head that way.
Let's go.
up to this landing, we are met with the door that takes us back through to those 2 guest bedrooms that Kerr was showing us earlier, and we also find the family bathroom. This bathroom is my favourite because of the freestanding bathtub in the centre of the room up on a raised level. It's flanked by that lovely exposed brickwork again, and we have the exposed beams overhead as well. But it's very high specification, so again we have that contemporary meets traditional mix. Completing the first floor, we have the 4th bedroom here. It has surprisingly high ceilings and a cast iron fireplace. There is the original window as well. I think I'd be popping some cushions on that windowsill to make the perfect window seat for overlooking the front garden. This bedroom has an all black ensuite, which I think is so stylish. There's one more floor to see, and I'll let Kerr show you around.
This property really does seem to go on and on, doesn't it? We're up on the top floor here where there are 2 more bedrooms, this sitting room and a study area behind me. Now on this level there are loads of beams. We're up in the eaves of the building here, and I think actually this part of the house has the most period charm of all. There's a real cottage feel up here in contrast to the lower levels. Make sure you check out the wall tiles in the shower room at the end of this wing because they're both beautiful and ornate.
What a perfect example of Georgian architecture brought back to the modern day with sympathetic additions. What was your favourite part of this property?
Well, I have to say, all of the garden areas. It's very rare to find a property with 3 outside spaces, all serving different purposes.
I definitely agree. Let us know in the comments what you loved most about this £2 million home.
A final thank you to Fine & Country for having us today. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fine & Country YouTube channel, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.